Dr. Azmi Sharom.
Hello. Apa khabar? Sorry ya, lambat start Ni orang DAP lah. Okay, you know, I must tell you people that I'm a bit worried to come and speak to you guys. This is the first time I'm speaking at a ceramah during the election period. I've never done this in my life. Okay? Because there are laws in place which say that they might take action against me because I'm a public servant. Because I speak to at something like this. Because I work in a public university, you see. Right? But then, a public university means it's being paid by you. My gaji comes from all of you.
Correct.
So my responsibility is also to you. As a teacher of law, I feel that my responsibility is not just to talk about the law which exists. My responsibility is to talk to you about the laws which are bad. Because if a law is unjust, it's a bad law. And if it's a bad law, we must throw it away. And we have so many bad laws in this country. So many. Okay? Like the Fake News Act. The fake news. What is fake news? Who tells you what is fake news? Who tells you what is not fake news? And the ex-minister in charge of law, because right now we have no ministers, ex-minister said, oh, you don't worry about this law because it's not the government which determines what is fake and what is real. Because you go to court, the judge will determine for you. These people can talk because it's so easy for them. They got money, they got lawyers. Ordinary people, if we are charged and we go to court, it costs us money. We got to get a lawyer. And then we go to court and then we go in and out, in and out. It's a lot of stress. I know, I've been there. Even the threat of going to court is already enough. It's already a punishment. And we have all these laws which try to stop us from talking. For me, there is a law called the Statutory Body Discipline Surcharge Act. It says that employees of statutory bodies like public university cannot say anything against the government. Cannot puji government also. Because if you want to puji, you must ask permission first. Can you imagine? There's no law in the world where you want to ampu bodek, you must write letter first. Dear sir, Dato, I want to praise you. Can or not? And because they try to keep us quiet, because there are laws to control the mainstream press, that is why we have so much problem in this country today. If you don't free the people, if you don't allow us the freedom to speak, then the corruption and the mismanagement and the abuse of power will just continue, because the best check and balance against politicians are you and me. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care who is in power. I don't care if it's Pakatan Harapan. I don't care whether it's Barisan Nasional. The real power is the rakyat. But they mess around with us. The system messes around with us. Okay, where are we represented? We are represented in Parliament. Correct or not? Parliament is where we are represented. Right? We vote people, they go to Parliament. But then in Parliament, you can't even talk. Because certain things the Speaker said cannot talk. You want to discuss 1MDB, Speaker says cannot. Insane. How can this be? 1MDB is an issue which is of national importance. It should be discussed in Parliament. How can the Speaker tell the people, the MPs, to shut up? That is insane. And in Parliament also, they make all these bad laws like the fake news law, etc. Okay? And then, oh my goodness, the recent thing is they changed the electoral boundaries. Right? They changed, this area is what constituency? No, the parliament. Is it PJ? Damansara. Damansara is so massive now. Damansara is like the Godzilla of constituencies. They did all this and they passed it in parliament. Alright? Because you have to pass it. So the EC suggests and then they pass. They were given, MPs were given 3 hours to discuss this law. This new electoral boundaries. 3 hours, something which is of so important to every single Malaysian. They were given 3 hours to discuss. 3 hours is shorter than our children's tuition. How can we have a parliament like that? My point is, we have to change the system. Because our system of governments now is so bad that it doesn't matter whoever is in power, the potential for abuse is tremendous. Because we have executive which is just too strong. Parliament is weakened. Okay, the judiciary, there's a crisis of confidence in the judiciary. And if you look at the criminal system, who is the one who will prosecute, who decides to prosecute? It's the Attorney General. But the Attorney General is selected by the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister can also fire the Attorney General. So how can we be sure that the Attorney General will prosecute the people who needs to be prosecuted? So if we don't have faith in the criminal system, then the whole system falls. Okay, now you might talk to me, right? Hey, Azmi, why you talk about things like this? This is like a sharahan, you know, this is like a lecture, this is like a law lecture, boring lah. We want to hear about things. No, this is what I'm telling you. The reason why this is important is because as long as these things are not changed, we will continue to have corruption, we will continue to have abuse of power, and we will continue to live in a situation like this. How can we as people, as Rakyat Malaysia, be afraid to speak? Why can't we speak what we want? Why can't we say what we feel? Why can't we read newspapers which are not frightened? Why can't we watch news which is neutral on TV? We deserve that. But we're not going to get it unless things change. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you a bit about democracy because this makes me very angry. Our democracy is not just about us choosing our leaders. It's not about us choosing our MPs. It's more than that. Our democracy is about our value, our dignity as human beings. Because if you can choose your leaders, that means you can choose the way you want your future to be. And the people who cannot choose their future, they're not free people. They're slaves. So when you see the EC messing around with the constituency, so one is so huge and others are so small, and we know why they do it. Right? When you see that happening, what they're doing is taking away the value of your vote. It's no more one person, one vote. Because the vote for here, Damansara, is a lot weaker than the vote in Putrajaya. Because Putrajaya is tiny. In Putrajaya, it's easy for a party to win because they need a few votes. But in Damansara, they need so many votes. That means your vote is worth less than the vote in Putrajaya. That is wrong. That is totally wrong. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that for the future of the country, for the safety of our country, safety, if we are certain that the criminal system is fair, if we are certain that the judiciary is fair, then we will be certain that, okay, no problem. If I have a problem, I use the law. If we are certain that elections are fair, if we are certain that it's fair and it's clean, then we say, no problem. If I want to change government, I simply go and vote. I don't have to do anything else. It's only when the system is so bad that people might feel desperate enough to do other things. And this is what makes me angry. Because those who spoil the system, they don't love the country. I'm sorry, they hate the country. Because if you love the country, you will respect the people and you will make sure that we have a system which will guarantee peace for our future and for our children. When you see the messing around with our democracy, it's more about messing around so that it's easier for one side to win or one side to lose. No, you are messing around with our future. You are messing around with our peace. How dare you do that to us? How dare you? So if we want to change, if we need, and I say we need to change, we need to bring Parliament back to its glory. We need to have time for the MPs to actually even read the Rang Undang-Undang. When the bill comes, they don't even have enough time to read it. Maybe some MPs cannot read, I don't know. But they don't even have time to read it. And then they need time to debate it. We need to change the Parliament. Anybody who breaks the law, it doesn't matter how high that person is. We need to have an independent election commission. We cannot have an election commission like we have today. It's ridiculous. We need to have an EC which is independent and an EC which determines the boundaries, not Parliament. Not Parliament, because if Parliament determines the boundaries, then whoever's majority in Parliament, and I don't care whoever's in majority in Parliament, whoever's in majority will make sure that the boundaries favor them. No, they don't do that to us. They cannot do that. Nobody can do that to us. Our vote is sacred, and they cannot mess around with it. So we need to have an EC which is totally independent and totally free to draw the boundaries so it's more fair. So we don't have any crazy situation like the super Godzilla Damansara versus the Tikus, anak Tikus Putrajaya. We cannot have a situation like that anymore. These are the changes. We need to have changes in the law which will free our young people, the minds of our young people. I work in a university, but the laws are such that our universities are nothing more than glorified high school. But these are the future. If you do not allow our young people the freedom to think and to develop for themselves, then what kind of future do we have? The very best young people that we have are put in universities where they are told that they cannot do this, they cannot do that, they must shut up. That is wrong, because our future rests with the young, and the young deserve a good, solid education where they are free to think. These are the things that we need to change, ladies and gentlemen. The question is, who is willing to make that change? So, with that, terima kasih. Selamat mengundi.